Woo! What's going on? Happy Sunday, everybody. What's going on? Welcome to the Newbieverse. Now, I know it says issue. I know it says show 89. It is 89 because of last week's cancellation, but last week was Easter, so, we get a pass. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everybody enjoyed their nice day. According to Face, it was 89 today, which means it was really 20 degrees because in Canada, we don't use Fahrenheit. But nevertheless, Fahrenheit, Celsius. I hope you had a good time. Two guests on tonight, two kingpins. That means 2 out of 5, 40%. That's pretty good. Maybe one day we'll have them all here, but hey, here's for hoping. One of them is pissed off. The other one is just in a happy mood. I don't know. So let me bring in the one that's smiling all the time first. Let's bring in Face. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say that I don't know what I would have been pissed off about. But he seemed like he was he seemed like he was pretty happy before we got started. So I don't know. I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
No, man, you're good. All right. Well, Face, how you doing, man? Happy Sunday.
Oh, not too bad, man. Happy Sunday.
Yeah, man. Happy Sunday. Beautiful day. Tomorrow's gonna be shitty again. So I don't know. It's just Mother Nature going up and down,
Probably.
and down. So we'll see. All right. Well, let's bring out the kingpin that's pissed off.
I'm not mad. I'm over it. But yes, I just read something that has me very confused. As confused as, well, when I saw Iron Man issue 100. Like, why does he have nipples, dude? I don't get it.
Yeah. That's
hey,
weird.
we got bat nipples. Apparently, we need iron nipples.
Batman Forever. Batman Forever. George Clooney's Batman suit also has nipples.
It does. Does it?
Exactly.
Yep. I was pissed because I think we should cancel that movie with cancel culture because think about it. Batman and Robin have nipples on their suits, but Alicia Silverstone does not have nipples on her suit. I think that's bullshit.
Not fair.
I think they should redo the movie. That's just my opinion. But what's going on, man? Happy Sunday to you.
Hey, happy Greek Easter, man. I have a lot of my Greek friends.
That too, especially because Face is white, you're Italian / French, and I'm Spanish. So I mean, it just
I am not French. What the hell?
Okay. Okay. For those of you watching on the Rewind or anywhere in the world, he's in Quebec. So French. But yeah, so we got a good show. Quick new comic book day, unfortunately, because I mean it is a slow week unless these comic kingpins will, enlighten us with some more information. And then of course, guys, we've got comic news.
Oh boy.
And then we've got Moon Knight rating. Yes, we will be talking about last week's Moon Knight, getting ready for the 5th one, which means we only have 2 more weeks to talk about Moon Knight, and then we can move the fuck on, which means we can go 2 weeks without we're gonna probably have another 2 to 3 weeks of everybody getting rid of their Moon Knight because in a month's time no one's gonna be selling Moon Knight. I mean, they will, but they just won't sell. You know what I mean? So but yeah, dude, let's I'm pumped for the show, man.
I am too, man. I'm happy to be here.
It's
been a few weeks, bro.
Listen, I just want to throw out this before the show gets started, okay? And I have to say it pretty much since Moon Knight episode 1. I am so happy for everyone who is a hardcore Moon Knight fan. I am also happy for all you Moon Knight fans that just appeared out of nowhere like 4 weeks ago. I'm so happy that you guys have your character on TV, and I'm so happy for you. I just don't like the show, and that's okay that I don't like that show, and I have that opinion, okay? So stop messaging me and stop saying that this is the greatest Marvel show ever. You're embarrassing yourself, okay? There's that meme with I'm
gonna message you again tomorrow.
Yo, do you know that meme with Joaquin Phoenix and the Joker, where or Joaquin, when he's putting the makeup on in the mirror and he's crying and he's like, "This is how I feel going to work." That's literally how I feel when people are like, "This is the greatest Marvel show ever." It's okay, but it's not great. I also will let you guys know that there's about 10 people that I talk to that have literally said, "Hey man, I'm with you. This show isn't that great."
Yeah, but they're DMing you. They won't come out to say it.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'm just saying, okay? Like, stop getting on people who don't like the show. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, okay? That's all I'm saying.
I was just trying to say that they're probably imaginary. He's making it up until we see facts. No, listen, I get where you're coming from. I do agree that there's some things that are weird. Yes, Joaquin is probably my favorite actor ever. But yeah, man.
Oh man, I haven't even started drinking. Look, I just opened the Corona. I didn't even, it's crazy.
We can never get serious when we're all together. It's really bad. Iron nips. There's iron nipples, guys.
Iron nips. But so we're gonna be talking about Moon Knight at the end of the show. So if you're new to the channel, watching on the rewind, or turning us off because you're like, what the hell are these guys talking about? New comic book day, comic news, no spec when there's shows going on, just simply because we want to talk about the shows. So we'll be talking about Moon Knight, and obviously the importance of it being the second last episode. So that's gonna mean something. Maybe get into some Moon Knight or some Doctor Strange stuff too, because obviously in 2 weeks' time we're finishing Moon Knight next week, and then the movie the next day. So we're gonna be talking about that. And then, guys, I've got a special announcement. I got a huge announcement.
No.
And I'm gonna let BC and Face remind me at the end of the show, because I got a huge announcement that I need to make. Okay.
We have no idea what
you want me to remember some shit.
No, you guys, you need to remind me to tell everybody the big news for tonight. Okay, I got big news tonight. Okay, so I leave it in your hands. Okay,
so expect no news tonight, guys. No news will bring
all right.
No, there's news. There's news. It's big news. All right, well, let's get the show started, guys. On the show here, we don't talk or use, I don't talk or use any applications. I mean, I use Spotify, but that's pretty much it. I use my Google Maps. But the app that I've actually been using a lot when it comes down to comics?
Google Translate.
No. It's the Back in Time comics, guys. You can get advanced pre-orders, weekly FOC orders, CGC signature series as well. Also a CGC dealer. So if you're in the area, you can literally drop your books, send them off to CGC. Recent new releases, 25% off recent releases, clearance sale. He's also got a Facebook show that he does every Tuesday and Saturday. So please make sure you guys go check it out. And fuck Google Translate. Also, it's very simple to use, guys. So just make sure that you guys go check out Back in Time Comics' app. Go Barca. So that's it, man. Google Translate. Get the hell out of here. All right. Before we get started, let's say hello to the chat, and then we'll get rocking. Bernard's in the house. What's going on? Bernard, I see you as the gold medal man. What is going on? Hey, Bleeker, I've been on the road for the past couple weeks, but I still need to get those books out for you. All right, cool. I don't know where Bleeker is, but he doesn't have the gold. That means the comic criminal is taking home the silver. Michael Baker, I don't know. I think YouTube just takes out some people. But you got the bronze, man. Uncanny, you came in fourth.
What's up?
We got Black Crown, Hard Knocks. What's going on? AOA, Canada, and the World Comic Party Time. What is going on? Wesley's in the house. Johnny Dakota, fellow Canadian. Just Cruz. I was just with him. We were in Oshawa earlier today.
Sick invite, bro. Sick invite.
I actually did invite you, and
I know.
Okay, I was gonna say I could actually post that. So, so not fair. What is going on, comic dude? How you doing, brother? Look at all these comic kingpins in here.
What's not fair?
French. Say French stuff.
Coquille Saint Jacques.
Oh, there we go. Sure. Okay, we'll take your word for it.
Say something about comics.
I turned into the on-time kickoff.
He tuned, bro. Damn.
Turned into the on-time.
Wow, he still said it wrong. You told him what it was, and he still said it wrong.
I tuned. See, I just look at words and I'm like, yeah, fuck the words.
Just
right?
ship it.
Slow week. This week's gonna kill my pocket. Ooh, okay, Hard Knock. I'm interested to see what you're getting, man. Mr. Chris is in the house. Mr. Vancouver Comic Junkie, North 49. What is going on? TKO. What's happening, man? I've been a Moon Knight fan since day one. Oh, shut the fuck up. Aloha, newbie. What's going on? Ninja Squirrel 30. I don't think I've ever seen you before, so welcome. RP's in the house. I love the show, but episode 4 was meh. Yeah. Huge Moon Knight fan. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Nemesis Prime. Justin's in the house. What's going on, man? How you doing, brother? Guys, ladies, if you haven't checked them out, make sure you guys go check out the Comic Con podcast. Him and Zach kill it over there, so make sure you guys go tune in. Also, if you're looking for Star Wars books, slabs, anything, this guy seems to be the king at Whatnot and selling. Make sure you guys go check out his IG and his Whatnot, because he's got sales weekly. And if you're in for Star Wars, like I said, he's your guy. Rocksteady's in the house. Nobody would watch it if we agreed with your opinions. Man. Yeah, okay, but the people that are saying this is the greatest show ever, like, that's the same people that said Venom 2 was great. So,
well, listen, they're entitled to your opinion, just their opinion, like you're entitled to yours. 100%.
I would rather go to the dentist than watch any more Moon Knight. Woo.
Ooh. That's
Newbie's been paying some people. I'm just kidding.
I pay people in first appearance of Virus. That's how I do. Empire, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Hey, we got to get you back on, man. So hit me up. Vancouver Comic Junkie. Big news. Newbie is going back to school to learn. Listen, I fucked up his name. I apologize. I was going Spanish and Spanglish.
Yo, you went from Joaquin to turn.
Hobgoblin lives. Or lives.
Yo,
this is gonna be a good one.
Oh man, Moon Knight has been watchable, but I do find myself checking my phone. It's trying to be too many things. Mr. Robot, Indiana Jones, etc. Yeah, I agree with that. Mr. Ultra's in the house. What's going on, dude? Thanks for stopping by. Uncanny Swag is in here. Philly born. Sick. Newbie just started. I love being able to stream hop. What's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. Dan Delatorre's in the house. What is happening? All right. Gamma Ray guy. So there's a lot of people in here. So yeah, let's my God, Newbie Wesley. Oh man. Just remember, guys. My first language
just started.
And it just started. So breaking news. Newbie Comics announces Moon Knight as the greatest show of the year. Oh God. I think I need to start drinking. All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Let's get the show kicked off. Like I said, new comic book day, comic news, and then we're going to be going right into Moon Knight, and then big news. So stay tuned. All right, guys. As always, I always ask you guys, big week, medium week. What do you guys think? BC, I'll start with you.
I'm gonna say heavy because some books are a little more than the regular $3.99, but like I went heavy on some ASM covers. You got Last Ronin, but we'll get to all of it. But I'll go medium. I'm saying medium.
Medium. Face. What about you, man?
Yeah, medium heavy this week.
But yo, you're asking two guys who buy everything. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for me, I think I just got a handful of stuff, maybe like 3-4 books. That's pretty much it. There was some covers for like ASM that I really liked, like that Hobgoblin one, that all red one. I like that one, and then the Mary Jane one, where she's in the suit. Yeah, that one. And then I think I got something that's killing the children. 21, I think. I can't remember what issue, but I think it was something killing the children. Yeah. So
the 1 in 25. It's beautiful, but
yeah, we'll get into it.
We'll talk about it.
All right, guys. Channel sponsor, Back in Time Comics. I just told you guys about the app. Make sure you guys go check him out on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on the app. Like I just said, also he is a CGC dealer. So if you want to send your stuff in, make sure you guys go tune in and check him out. He is in Brantford. Back in Time Comics, channel sponsor. Go give my guy Brandon some love. Make sure you guys go check out his Facebook Tuesdays and Saturdays. Saturdays he does a spec and kind of the stuff that's coming out. And then on Tuesdays, he does a sale. So make sure you guys check him out. Here's his Instagram and Facebook. So that way you guys can't say, oh, I don't know how to spell it. Back in Time Comics. Let's get him up there. Let's get him to 1,000 followers, guys.
Well, we damn sure wouldn't come to you for spelling.
And of course, we got Bleeker St Comics, $10 a press, $5 a clean. Make sure you guys go check him out on Instagram. And if you're ever in the area, make sure you guys go tune in on Sundays, 8 to 4 on Turner Crest at the flea market, because that's where he's selling his books. All right. let's start it off with some DC. I give this book 0 stars, but hey, it is what it is. You know, BC, relax. Come on. You can't just laugh the second I put a book up. T-Bone's in the house. What's going on, man? You know, DC book. I think it's a number 1. I can't remember the title, so I do apologize, but definitely not something that I'm picking up. Somebody at work, believe it or not, I was doing this. And they're passing by behind me, and the guy goes, "Oh, dude, I love Flash." And I was like,
"Oh, 0.
What?" And he's like, "Man, I love Flash. He's my favorite character." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And he's like, "What are you working on?" Did you like? He thought I made that, like the thing, because I was working on like my stuff in PowerPoint, and he literally thought I made that. I was like, no, this is a book that's coming out. And he's like, "Oh, okay, cool." But he didn't like correlate that I was talking about comic books. I was like, no, it's a book that's coming out. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just a Flash fan." And it was just like one of those awkward conversations. So that's why I kind of just
like this one
at the start. It was literally one of those funny and weird stories. But again, yeah, DC stuff not really too high on this week. BC Face, if you got any DC stuff that you guys want to talk about, go right ahead. This is the only book I have on DC, and I'm just giving it a 0 out of 10. I just think it's a dope cover, even though I don't like Flash, and my new coworker seems to like it.
Yeah, yo, Face, I don't see this coming out this week though.
What is this? Fucking Fastest Man Alive? Isn't this based off the CW show or some shit?
I believe so, but like I said, I did not see this one coming out this week, but
I don't remember when it's coming out. I didn't get it. It's based off CW show. I don't care.
Even when it does come out, Newbie, I'm not picking this one up.
No,
it's not my fault that fucking Legend of Comics lies to me, man. It says it's coming out. It's coming out.
It probably got pushed back or something. But I'm passing on all the CW stuff at this point. I mean, it's so hard pressed to say what's going to happen with any of that in the future. You know, they're already starting to cancel shows and shit now, which isn't really unexpected. And kind of honestly, it's about time. I mean, the Arrowverse, you know, it started off good, but it fell apart pretty quick after the first few seasons of Flash.
Yeah.
So.
Please don't
do it, Tim.
Please don't.
Please do.
I think what we should do with all these Superman and Flash books that are in bins across the world is donate those so we can get boards and all that. You know what I mean? Like that's maybe where the shortage should maybe start. I don't know.
The hate is strong today.
I'm just saying.
There's plenty of good DC. There's a lot of good DC reads.
Yes.
Yeah. Bloodstained Teeth. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was thinking about picking this one up, and then I was like, anytime Face tries to convince me, I think like 2 weeks ago he was trying to convince me on that Image 1 book, I think it was, and I was like, nah. And Face was like, no, man, you should get it. It's still on shelves like in 5 shops that I've been to. So yeah, I don't know, but what are your thoughts, guys?
First off, I see Coco's here. So Coco, what's up? But dude, it's a crime saga type book with fucking vampires. I mean, if you're into that, I'm not. I'm gonna pass on it.
Blade.
I think I'm gonna pick it up once it ends up in a dollar bin. I think that's where I'm at with this book. But did you? I don't know if you saw the interior art. Face, did you see it? It's pretty funky.
No, I actually haven't seen any of the interior art yet, but I'm gonna check it out. I mean, you know, I know there's a lot of vampire stuff that's coming out right now and everything, but a lot of it's been pretty good. So I'll give it a read, see how it is.
Yeah,
it's all right. I thought you guys would be more hyped for it. I don't know. I was just under the impression.
Well, look, I did read the description of the book. It seems pretty like, you know, this guy will like, if you got to sell your soul to become a vampire type thing. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's got a weird vibe within the description as well. And I'm like,
why would you have to sell your soul to be a vampire? Why don't you just bite them?
I just, because I have no idea. I'm going to see what Face says about this book, but I don't know. It did not sell me at all.
I think T-Bone should be like a critic. That book will probably suck.
Oh, yes, it will.
Period. All right, well,
hey, hold on. Before we move on, since you don't have any other DC real quick, we should definitely mention, it looks like Justice League 75 is coming out this week.
Well, hold on. Do you have more DC coming?
No, I said
Oh,
that.
shit.
That's why when you guys, when I said this is the only DC book,
Oh,
what do
my
you guys
bad.
have to say? And you guys said nothing.
Yeah.
So I can't read, but you guys can't listen. So
No, I
don't
listen.
wanna.
That's why I'm looking. I got to see what's coming the fuck out. I don't have it on memory. I do a couple different shows. I don't know if you're aware of this.
I'm not.
But yeah, no, it looks like Justice League 75 is coming out this week. That's going to be probably pretty, it's got the death of the Justice League. So we'll see how it pans out. Who knows?
Vampire with the gold tooth.
And then,
But hold up, Face. I was seeing that there's a lot of there was that acetate cover.
Yeah.
Right, and apparently the reveal kind of makes it seem like Crisis on Infinite Earths type thing happens. So I'm not too sure, but I'm curious as hell to see what's going on there because it's the same thing going on.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll check it out. I'm gonna check that out and see where they're going with this killing off the Justice League shit. And then
you see that the cover D with all the fucking caskets.
Yeah. So the team variant, yeah. And then the other one, it looks like this week, that'll be probably maybe somewhat important from DC might be Deathstroke 8. It looks like.
Oh, John Boy.
Yeah, that's going to be obviously tying into the whole Shadow War thing that's going on.
Yeah.
So, and of course, there's the homage to Deathstroke 1.
Yeah,
that one. I saw that one.
So yeah, that's the other DC stuff that's probably important.
You guys know when it comes to DC, it's just not my forte, guys. So
it's all good.
All right.
This.
Yeah.
We got Rogue Sun, something that I know Brandon, who is in the house, and I know BC is a really big fan of because it is a spinoff of that Radiant Black series. You guys have been really digging this so far. I'm assuming you guys are picking this one up.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's not really a spin-off. Well, it all ties together. There's so much happening within the whole Radiant Black or super massive universe, whatever it's called. Dude.
Radiantverse.
Yeah, Radiantverse, Massiveverse, whatever. But it's a guaranteed pickup, man. The first 2 issues were pretty good, but I'm loving all of it. Kyle Higgins, man. Thank you so much for it. I'm loving the series.
Cruz found a bunch of supermassive ones today, actually, in a box.
It's a good book to pick up.
Yeah.
If you find those Radiant Black ones, man, for good, cover price, grab them. Even at $10, I'm grabbing them because I have faith.
Yeah, I mean they're doing pretty good with a lot of this stuff that's tying into whatever we're calling this universe. I mean, I like Rogue Sun. Supermassive was pretty decent. Radiant Red's not great. It's not bad. It's all right so far. And Radiant Black is obviously killing it. So definitely picking this up.
Yes, sir.
Would you say that Radiant or Rogue Sun is better than Radiant Black?
No. They're 2 different characters, but all within the same universe. But to each their own. Obviously Radiant Black is Radiant Black. So.
Yeah, okay. Just wonder. Some dope variants dropping this week. Yeah, there's some good ones. All right, last Ronin. I think we're all picking this one up, except for the fact that we might be a little hesitant. Why? Because of the price tag. I think the price tag is $8.99 on this. BC, you could correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I do think it's $8.99, maybe $9.99. Can't remember. But yeah, dope cover nevertheless. I'm pretty sure I have one pulled. If not, I don't want to hate. I'm not throwing shade, but like most of the last Ronin stuff, it's still on the shelves, so I might be able to just walk into the store and grab it. But what are your thoughts, guys?
Dude, I'm excited as hell because the wait has been ridiculous. I think issue 1, Face, correct me if I'm wrong, dropped October 2020.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so imagine 5 issues took it's a year and a half now. But
I remember there was that ash can, that freebie too.
Yeah. But right? I think that was prior to October. But regardless, I'm pumped as hell to see how this concludes. I have a feeling, and I kind of heard a little something as to how this might go. We might be getting a new character at the end of this one. So,
well, it might be her on the cover there. Yeah, it looks like it already looks like they're setting up for something possibly down the line after the last run. And obviously, a new character right there on the cover. You know, that's going to be significant. So, yeah.
Bigger than Venus?
Well,
I don't know about that. It's a little different, you know, because it's a different universe. It's an alternate universe, and it's Ninja Turtles. So it's not like, say, like Miles or Spider-Gwen showing up. But, you know, Turtles fans will be interested for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to do the old Moon Knight, you know, watch him all consecutively because it has been a while, right? I mean, a year and a bit for 5 issues. Crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts because even in between issues, like issue 3 and 4, you tend to forget, like, okay, wait, I forgot that happened. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the delay really is rough.
Bottom tier collector saying Kevin Eastman was at my local con this weekend. He said the last Ronin is supposed to fit in with the original Mirage Studios.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
it's pretty dope. Pretty dope. How many copies did you guys get of this with the new character and all that?
I only got one. If I see it's something huge, like you said, you'll probably see them on the shelves. Go grab them. I don't think this will get completely swept off of the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember. There's probably like a B cover for this and a couple ratios that I might have picked up.
Nice. $8.99 too. I mean, it's it is a little pricey, right? You could get like 2-3 books at that price. So
yeah.
All right, something that's killing the children. I gotta say, I kind of dig this cover. It's been a while since I've liked some of the cover A's for something that's killing the children. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the colors. I don't know. As you guys know, I just like the art if it grabs me, but I don't know. I really like this cover. I dig it. I picked it up. Obviously, one of the good reads. I don't have to sell anybody on something that's killing the children unless you're just walking into comics today at 10:02 p.m. Eastern time and you have no idea what it is. But something's killing children. Awesome read. Very popular. I'm digging this. BC, you were talking about a 1 in 25.
Yeah.
Did you score it or no?
No, I did not. There's the die cuts. I got both set aside. There's the one with blood, one without. If I'm not mistaken, they're stating that there's going to be 3 new characters that are going to debut within this issue. So I'm curious to see. But yeah, this is an automatic on the poll every time it comes out.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I love something that's killing children. It's a great story. I haven't enjoyed House of Slaughter as much.
No,
Same.
No one has.
But it's still, it still feels like they're, it kind of like the Radiant verse or whatever. They're building a really solid universe in the something that's killing children stuff. That's really interesting. So I'm looking forward to see where they go with both titles.
Remember when everybody thought they were going to get rich when House of Slaughter first was announced with like everything, like
oh my God,
the freebie and then like the 1 per store. Like that thing is still at like shops that I go to. Like issue 1 cover A and a few different covers for 1 are literally at stores still. Like I saw them today.
Oh, I'm sure there was a lot of copies of that.
It's insane, man. But like the same people that thought they were going to get rich. Hey, good for you, man. Good. Spend your money the way you want.
Well, okay. Question, just out of the blue. Speaking of getting rich off of something is killing the children, if you could right now, you have the complete run from 1 to this issue. Would you flip it right now? Would you let it go or would you wait?
Right now?
Yeah.
I would have flipped it like 6 months ago.
Whoa. Okay. Shit.
Yeah. It was high. I think it was at a higher point like 4 to 6 months ago than it is right now.
No.
Right now you would lose money. So right now I would keep it until more news came out of whatever they're doing. Being option doesn't mean anything because there's 90% of things are option and they don't necessarily mean to come out. But 6 months ago, you probably could have been making some serious coin. Not to say you wouldn't make serious coin now. It's just you're probably making more coin 6 months down the road instead of right now. I think right now it's a hold.
I mean, I have the whole run and I wouldn't sell it. So
same, I do, and I do.
I thought you were gonna sell it.
I think about it. That's why I'm curious to see the feedback because you say one thing, this guy says another. This guy is just thinking about it. He wants.
What does your wife say? What does your wife say?
No. Wife doesn't touch comic money. Comic money pays for the hobby itself. Thank you.
Okay. Just
tell the wife to read it, and then you can ask her opinion.
Yeah, she'll be like, "Yeah, sell it."
I don't know, man. I like if you look at
There
it
you go.
again, I just want to clarify. I'm not saying you couldn't make money or serious money right now off the run. I'm just saying, 4-6 months ago, more and more people were still talking about it, where now it's just kind of not down like, but it is kind of slowly, it's just floating by. It's still a good, but I mean, with no news and stuff like that, I think that's what really drove it. So some guy no one has heard of had a thought that Something's Killing Children would be cool to see on Netflix. We're all gonna be rich.
There you go.
Yeah. Double O, what's going on, man? How you doing? All right. We got some Marvel number ones. We got Hulk Grand Design Madness. We've got the Knights.
Knights of X.
Sorry, I had something in my throat, man. Knights of X 1, and then the Amazing Spider-Man, another story. Now, again, BC, when we talked just before we kicked off the show, there's a lot of covers for that Amazing Spider-Man one, so we can talk there first. The MJ one is a grab. The Queen Goblin one was a grab for me as well. I think that one's just probably going to be the cover of like the better cover of all of them, to be honest with you.
Well, the art germ is getting quite the demand. It's the one that's split with Black Cat and MJ.
Yeah.
But
right, yes.
Man, listen, I'm excited. Okay, Zeb Wells, John Romita Jr. Like it sounds like an awesome team to come together for Spidey, but I don't know. So Newbie at the beginning of the show said that I was upset, and I was upset because I happened to just read a spoiler and see a spoiler of the Judgment Day Free Comic Book Day issue with Avengers, Eternals, and X-Men, and I have no idea what they're doing, but already off to the start, that from what I saw is just I can't get behind it, man, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating, but if this is what sets Peter Parker completely off, then I think the payoff could be huge. But it's just it's twisted. Do you want me to go into it or
how
not?
it all plays out?
You do whatever you feel like when it's your turn, sir.
But there's spoilers, and I kind of don't want to spoil it for anybody. But if anyone's been reading the X Deaths of Wolverine and stuff like that, you've read it, right?
Yes.
So you're aware of Moira and what's been going on there, but
yeah.
So long story short, I don't want to get into the whole Moira story, but basically, like, she's a robot now, and all of her like memory conscience has been downloaded into her, and man.
So she's Vision.
Not quite, but yeah,
Terminator.
Right.
But yeah, she busts into, and guys, this is spoilers. If you don't want to hear it, just mute me for like 2 more minutes. But so yeah, she in the Free Comic Book Day, she's busting into MJ's aunt's house where MJ is, and she like, I guess, sleeper holds her to, she knocks her out and states that she's going to be wearing her. So I guess she's gonna skin MJ, man, and she's gonna wear her skin in order to get into the Hellfire Gala of 2022. I don't know if you guys saw the Hellfire Gala covers that have been coming out already. There's Doom looking like a fucking giant broccoli, but yeah, man, I exactly. She's gonna wear MJ as a skin puppet. I really am
if it plays out like that
over this. But if this is what sets him off, I think I'm okay with it. We'll see what happens, but I'm just so tired of how they treat Spidey in comics, man. It's driving me nuts.
Treat Spidey. I think MJ has more of a gripe.
Yeah, well, yeah, MJ is she's always getting the short end of the stick.
Listen, while we talk about New Comic Book Day, me and Cruz went to a shop today, and they had the New Comic Book Days on the shelf, and they were literally letting people take it. It was in Oshawa, and I can't remember the shop. It was downtown. It wasn't Comic Alley. It was the other one, and they literally
just put them on blast.
Yeah. Well, they treated me wrong, so like not treating me wrong, but like they were kind of rude, and I was very polite. So Yeah, that's pretty much all the information I'll give you. But yeah, they had them on the shelves, and people were, you know, if you bought something, you could take it, kind of thing. Which I thought was like kind of crazy because it's like 2 weeks, and I know shops get their stuff like a month in advance, a month and a half in advance, but like the fact they were already giving it out, it's kind of there you go.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I really don't know what they're doing with Spidey, and now it kind of makes sense because have you seen the whole cover and spoiler where he's pretty much wearing a suit by Norman Osborn now? He's also got some tech. He has a glider on that cover, which is fucking wild. He swings. What the hell does he need a glider? But yeah, so there's that taking place. But I've noticed that when we got the preview, he's holding a remote that looks like kind of the tech of Osborn from that cover. So I don't know what happened. I wonder if it deals with Krakoa. Did he blow it up? I have no idea. But I'm just curious to see where this goes. It's weird. The whole skinning thing is fucking wild.
It's not PG, man. It's not PG.
It's not. But yeah, so that's that for Spidey Face. I don't know if you want to talk per book and then we go up and down again.
Nah, I mean, you know, there's just you pretty much covered it on Spidey. There's several different covers to check out for this. So
even Scotty Young he's got a good cover too, man.
Yeah. Knights of X. I think it's just mostly a relaunch of Excalibur under a new name.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Excalibur 26 is where it ended.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, right?
Yep. Yeah. Yep. And the Hulk, I actually grabbed the first issue of this.
The Wolverine one?
Or whatever. No, there was another one.
Yeah, it's Hulk Monster. It was the Grand Design Monster, and then there's Madness. And Monster is the green side, and then
okay. Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah. There was a Wolverine one too. Yeah. Yeah,
it's a 2-part on the history of the Hulk, so it's all right. I read the first one. It's okay, but yeah, Knights of X, dude. This is Betsy Braddock, right? The Captain Britain that's leading the team as well. There's some nice covers. I'm excited. We'll see where that goes, but I'm still fucking puzzled by this whole Spidey thing.
Let it go, man. Right. Just let it go. You don't want gray hair. Don't, you know.
I'm already there.
Don't stress about the things you can't control, man. That's, you know. All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Dynamite pick of the week.
Tim, we're so sorry.
Tim, if you're new to the channel, we usually like to give some love to I say we because like I feel like we're a team, but anybody who ever joins us, you know, I always say we. It's more of an I. So I pick a book just based on the cover. There's nothing to it. It could be just the art. It could just be the cover just says whoa. But we like to just show some love to Dynamite because there's like 1,807.4 covers that come out every week. So yeah, we just like to just talk about one. So this week's Dynamite pick of the week, Tim. Hope you're happy. But we got Betty Page, Alien Agenda #2, cover L. So if you're going to your shops and you don't say cover L, you're not going to find the one you want. So you want to say cover L. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but if I got to go into a pyramid, I wouldn't mind being
Newbie. Hold on real quick before you go any further. Cover L's the limited version of this is $50. There's like a B version that's $4. It's got the trade dress and everything, but you can get this for $4 with the trade dress. So.
No, man, I'm trying to get artists paid. I have so much respect for the artists and the writers that I want them to get paid.
I don't know if the artist gets a cut of that or not.
He better. Swaggle House is in the house. What's going on, Swag? Hey, if you guys missed the show, I was a part of Swag's Illuminati group.
Great show.
Really good show. It was like 3.5 hours. So if you want to just fast forward to the parts I talked to, I'm sure he'd be okay with it. No, I'm just kidding. Make sure, you know, if you got some time, watch it, man. It's a good show. Swag always puts on a great show, great guests, a lot of information. And there was even a point in time where like I was just listening, I was back, and then Swag called. I don't know if anybody called. So I was just like chilling. Like I almost got lost in some of the conversation in the sense that like I was just like really into it. And then Swag's like, Noob, what do you think? And I was like, like I just totally forgot. Like I was literally in the show. I just thought I was like a listener, but it was a great time. I don't know at what point. So if you guys are like, oh, I want to see what point, it was just like one of those, yeah, I was, when you get caught in school, the teacher calls you out and you're just like, 7. And they're like, this is geography. But yeah, it was just one of those.
We just got the origin story of Newbie's English
Newbie's whole life right here.
His English class.
I was good in math and I was good in geography, just so you know. But yeah. Newbies maintains his
Oh man.
Better than 0, man. Better than 0. All right. Before we get on to the comic news portion, guys, do you guys have any books that you guys want to talk about that I might have missed?
Thor 24 is actually issue 750. It's considered a milestone, but there's some beautiful covers as well. I got the Hans one, the Johnson, the Maliv, and apparently we're going to be getting the origin story of Beta Ray Bill. So we'll see where that one goes. Punisher 2 drops.
No.
I dug Punisher 1. I don't know if you guys read it. I think I think people need to give the logo a chance and just see where this goes.
No.
Just see where it goes.
It makes sense in the storyline so far.
Exactly.
No. Stupid. Anyway. All right. Well, thanks for that information, BC and Face. Fuck the new logo. Man, I'm so aggressive. I don't know why. All right. Let's kick it off, guys. So we got about 48 days until this movie comes. I know it says 50 there, but this, the day 45 days till the movie or till the show kicks off, and we actually get a poster with basically the costume that we're gonna get. So that's kind of cool. So in the one on the left, you really have to zoom in, but that yellow circle kind of in the above there where she's sitting on the thing, you kind of get to see the full costume. And even in the thing right there, but I think we know what costume we're gonna get. I think we know what comic they kind of portrayed it. I know some people were kind of worried about what route they were gonna go with and the powers and all that. I don't know. I will say this. I know a few people selling on YouTube auctions. I know a few people selling on whatnot, and they keep telling me, Noob, Miss Marvel stuff is still selling. So people are still wanting to finish runs. People are still trying to collect certain keys.
Yeah.
You got to show it love. The same people that are saying Moon Knight is the greatest show are going to say this is the greatest show. So, I mean, we're just going to have to follow suit. But I think it's cool that we kind of are getting some of that, promotional stuff, the posters, probably more toys coming out, things like that. So we'll see. And possibly a second trailer, right?
Yeah. Well, I know they're selling because I sold my stuff. I sold literally the first appearance and the first full, well, not first full, I would say the first 10 issues of the first Miss Marvel series. But again, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going in with low expectations. Hopefully it'll blow me away, but
I think the show, honestly, I'm going to say right now, because we have so low expectation and so many people are turned off because they're like, oh, it's for little kids. I think this is actually going to be pretty good. I'm going to watch it. I mean, I've watched Moon Knight, for God's sake, so I'll watch that.
You really hate on fucking Moon Knight, but
Really
yes, I will give it a watch. It's clear as day. It's targeted to a younger crowd, but it's just I'm trying to connect how they're putting the story together for Kamala Khan. I just don't get it. It doesn't, the fact that they're fully neglecting the Inhumans thing. Just
give it time. They could introduce it now. I do want to bring up a point because I know Swag's in here, and that was part of some of the conversations that we actually had in his show. And I'm bringing this up because I know that you have 2 little children.
Yes.
Do you think that to them and to their generation, and I know I think your kids are like what, 2 and like 7 months? Yeah. Obviously they're still too young, so maybe they'll miss this one. But like kids that are going to be watching this, I think that this is going to be one of those characters that actually gets them, kind of revved up, especially like the females. So I do think that it does have some positivity in the sense of bringing in a different, diversity into the hobby, which is really good, in my opinion. And it was something that was brought up on Swag's channel where we were talking about the younger audience and the fact that, these are the characters and these are the shows that they're going to be, raised with. So, the parents that let their kids watch, Hawkeye and, Miss Marvel. I don't know about Moon Knight. I'm talking like young, right? Like, I really do think that these are the characters that a lot of the younger generation will go after down the road. So I can see this, and I can see this character and her books actually being sought after down the road, because people are going to, you know, just the same way that we have nostalgia about certain things, right, that we buy. I think it's going to work the same way.
No, for sure. And this character definitely will hit with the younger generation. But an example, when you're talking kids, we use my kids as an example. My firstborn loves and lives for everything and anything Marvel. He literally wakes up and he makes me happy as hell. Wants to watch Spidey and His Amazing Friends. That is on Disney Plus. They pump Miles Morales, Spidey, and Spider-Gwen. And in every episode, they have, let's say, their friend within the universe pop in. So you'll have Black Panther, and you see Miss Marvel in there as well. You'll have the Hulk. So they're already putting these characters at the forefront to get people familiar with. So my son already recognizes Miss Marvel even without this show.
Yeah.
Just to give you an example, and he's only 2. So I do hope this does, you know, touch on, you know, the younger crowd really embracing Miss Marvel on a live action, because my kids only seen her within animated stuff, right? So
Yeah.
But I think so, yeah. It's just like I said, us knowing, let's say, the stories, because Miss Marvel in comics is pretty decent, right? It's just I don't know, from the trailer, maybe we're being too harsh, but we'll see.
Face, what are your thoughts, man?
I mean, yeah, it makes sense because, you know, they've already hooked, you know, our generation and everything like that, with the MCU, and obviously they're getting a lot of the older collectors back into comics and everything like that. We've seen that happen. You know, obviously COVID at the time helped to get people back into reading and stuff like that, because there really wasn't much else to do. But, you know, yeah, there's been a lot of people that haven't been into comics for a lot of years that have gotten back into it, and they've got kids now and everything. So yeah, you know, if I'm a comic fan or I'm getting back into it, you know, sure, I would want to have my kids watching something like this, because, you know, I can at least enjoy it with them and everything like that. So definitely makes sense for Marvel to, you know, go after that target audience.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? When the trailer came out, I was like, most people, I was like, nah, but and
it'll still tie in, you know, it'll still play into everything. So,
but I think the big thing is, like, you know, like BC, to his point, right? A lot of people, including myself, were kind of pissed off that they're not tying in the whole Inhumans thing, the whole thing about, you know, her powers, and everybody's making a big deal about those, like, bracelets or whatever. But I mean, we all know it could just be, you know, a market thing, right? You know, they could sell those bracelets at Walmart or whatever, have kids running around, you know what I mean? Like, it's all marketability too. So we'll see. My niece is 5. Her mom will be watching Miss Marvel with her. Yeah, see, so like a lot of the younger generation, man. It's so, yeah. So you also got to look at the later effect, right? Like when we were kids, the nostalgia, you know, you hear a lot of people, you know, like Dan Delatorre, you know, Vancouver Comic Junkie, some of like the older and experienced guys, they talk about it all the time. They watch certain things as kids or certain characters, and they've been picking it up. It's the same thing. It's going to work the same way. So.
No, for sure. But when we were kids, it was mostly animated stuff, right? That's really what hooked us in. But with the live action stuff, you know, it's nice to see a more kid friendly live action show. And who knows? Again, it's gonna appeal to us as well.
Yeah, and we're all gonna watch it anyway.
Exactly.
Right. For sure.
All right, guys, all you DC haters, we got some DC news. DC is teasing a brand new and potentially evil Wonder Woman. What are your thoughts on a new Wonder Woman? Because last year we got Yara, or no, 2 years ago we got Yara, and then last year we got what was it? Nubia, I think it was, right? Or was that? Yeah, it was last year, Nubia.
Well, no, hold on. Nubia's.
Yeah, Nubia been around. But
okay, what was the one? There was one that was introduced last year, was there not?
I think you're thinking Nubia's, let's say.
She basically got brought back, reintroduced.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we've been getting newer ones or reintroduced. Now we're going to possibly get an evil one. What do you guys think? Is that just like a spec thing? Is that just them trying to get more people to buy Wonder? Like, what's going on here? Because to me, it doesn't really matter. Like, I could care less about this.
This is the first time hearing of it, so I'm literally reading a surprising twist at the end of DC's Wonder Woman Evolution 6 reveals there's a brand new Diana Prince who will soon emerge and could be evil. Okay. Dude, doesn't surprise me. I've never been big on anything Wonder Woman related, to be honest, but
what? Are you serious? Man, Yara, I was hoping that I would find one by now, but I was picking those up.
Don't get me wrong. I like Yara, but I just nothing I would go, oh my god, bananas for. I do understand why, the hope was there for her to be huge moving forward, but and the possibility is still there. It's not one and done, but we'll see where this goes. I mean, Face.
Okay, so even if it does happen and it pans out like the article says or whatever, I don't think it'll be something that's probably long lasting. Imagine that'll be the whole goal of whatever event they do is to get her back, and I mean they just gave us an all new Wonder Woman, of this version at the end of Death Metal, right after she died and came back or whatever, and here we are again. So
yeah,
it's going to be. I don't have a lot of idea what to do with Wonder Woman right now.
It's definitely going to be something that's probably going to hit every top 10 list, and speculators are going to be picking up though the first appearance of this evil Wonder Woman. Like I could definitely see that. So that's a look into the future. That's some free information there, I guess, right? So if you want to get ahead, start on that. That's kind of cool. But yeah, like you guys said, like I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's long lasting. Just like Spider-Man's New York Mets suit, right? Like how long did that last? So we'll see. All right, guys. Doctor Strange 2. Have you heard of him? He's a movie coming out in 2 weeks. Well, guess what? It's coming out in 2 weeks. A new trailer just dropped about 3 days ago, and it gives us a better look at Professor X. Where
did this trailer drop? I didn't see this.
Yeah, it was like 3-4 days ago. There was a new trailer.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're into comics, dude? Like I don't know.
I have my kids who also consume a good portion of my time.
Okay, no. Yeah, it came out like 3-4 days ago. Basically there was like 80%
sorry, is it a TV teaser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I did see this. My bad. My bad.
Anyway, basically in the screenshot right there from that tweet, you can basically see Patrick Stewart's head. So obviously, we're kind of done thinking it's not going to be him. Now, here's the thing.
It's fake news.
How long is he going to be in the movie, right? It doesn't necessarily mean anything. It could be something, could be nothing. Again, people were, posting today on some Facebook stuff that I follow and even on Instagram about, Patrick Stewart being in the IMB. Is that what you say?
IMBD?
Yeah, that one. I always miss that D. That letter.
Look at you.
The letter, bro.
I'm saving this, guys. Timestamp.
But a lot of people, man, I hate you, man. But a lot of people have said, he is on there. So if you actually Google like Doctor Strange 2 cast, he's there. Now, again, how long? It could be a 2-minute conversation that he's in the movie. It could be nothing. It could be something. But the most important thing is, even though we already knew, Phil, Comic Talk Weekly, pause. Dude,
I literally just like 1029 is what I.
But basically,
you definitely jotted that down.
Oh yeah.
Listen, the biggest thing this though is if Professor X is in it, X-Men, right? X-Men.
Oh, from the back, it could be Stone Cold Steve Austin, bro. But yeah, no, for sure. It's Newbie, it's okay. Don't worry. You can always miss it every now and then. But yeah, so it should we X-Men's coming no matter what. No matter what, whether it's now or within the next year or two, it's coming. We all know that. I'm just excited. I'm curious to see who the rest of the Illuminati is going to be. You know what I mean? There's been theories. There's 7 chairs. Who's the 7th member? There's so many theories that have come out, but I'm just excited to finally step into this movie. I think from now to the next 2 weeks, I'm okay with not seeing any more information, any more specking, any more anything. I just want to enjoy this movie. There's been so much hype, I would say, even for the last year, like just surrounding this movie. So sure, X-Men are coming. Either way, we know it's going to happen. And if it's Patrick Stewart, I think we all agree it's going to be a one and done. But
listen, when people give spec information or ideas or anything, I like to put it up. But AOA is giving you some free information, guys. Take it as you want. Take it as you please.
Yes. Yes.
But make sure you guys to go check out X-Men #1. All right. That could be something down the road. So if you want to spec on something, X-Men 1, definitely where I would start. So yeah. Face, what are your thoughts on Patrick Stewart? The confirmation, I guess, that we already knew he was coming, but I guess this is kind of like, okay, he's there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. And I guess a lot of the theories are that, the sort of, I guess, version of the Illuminati that we might get is sort of like a multiversal Illuminati, which kind of makes sense leading into the Secret Wars stuff that they want to do down the road, and the stuff that they could potentially be using, like bringing Patrick Stewart in for this. We, like you said, we know the X-Men are coming at some point. I don't necessarily know if this makes it any closer or if it will be a one and done. We'll see. It could be a one and done for Patrick Stewart in this movie, and they move on to whatever MCU version is going to they bring down the road, or it could tie into whatever version they're going to bring down the road. Honestly, there's no way to tell until the movie comes out, so just have to wait and see.
And I do want to remind people, just in case you're not keeping score at home, next Wednesday, May 5th. Yes, we're going to be in May 5th. Jesus. Moon Knight ends, and Moon Knight ends on May 4th, May 5th. Doctor Strange. So there could be some tie-in there. I don't think it's there's a reason why they went back to back. So, just keep that in mind as well.
Yeah.
Alan, what's going on, man?
So how do you think this plays out?
I think this Illuminati thing is literally like a 5-minute thing. I think people are making it bigger than it seems. They bring him into this universe, and then he talks because he's obviously like arrested for probably breaking the time law, right? Like through that magic. So they bring him in, he fixes it. They kind of send him off to go fix whatever he's got to do. And then that's it. I think the people that are, thinking that new Avengers 7 is going to be something massive. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a quick flip, like I've been saying for a long time. It's cool that the Illuminati are here, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, they're not going to be like, hey, come on, guys, Illuminati up, or let's get into the Illuminati wheel. Like that's not going to happen. So I don't know. I think it's just going to be quick 5-8 minute thing. And that's pretty much it. Like it's a Doctor Strange movie, not an Illuminati movie.
It could be. It's hard to say. I mean, I think it's going to tie into the multiverse stuff. I think it's going to be probably sort of like a multiversal version of the Illuminati that are going to come in and sort of let Doctor Strange know that the Secret Wars, is coming down the road or whatever. The incursions are coming and shit like that. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways they could go with it. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm curious, man. I've seen a lot of theories, there's some people that believe even that Wanda's going to sacrifice herself in order to merge the universes together.
I think you said that, right? You were big on that.
But yes, I did say that. But dude, she's a Nexus being. There's the possibility of that happening, which she would sacrifice herself. But I guess that does mean there's a Wanda in that universe, right? So
yeah, I think there's two. As I think there's two, I think there's 3 kingpins. So bring in. What's going on, Hype?
Hola, señor.
What's up, yo?
I'm stealing Face's gimmick for the night.
Yeah, I can see that.
I see that.
Are you feeling better?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm hoping to feel better by tomorrow.
Okay.
That's good. Well, welcome to the Newbieverse, show 89. We're gonna go to the next, kind of news segment, and then you can put your 2 cents in, Hype. But thanks for joining us, man. Happy Sunday.
Yeah, happy Sunday to you all.
Greek Easter. So
Yeah, bro.
Cool.
yeah,
Shalom.
cool. All right.
So
All right, guys. We've been talking about this character for a very long time. There's people in our community who have been talking about this character for a very long time. I could name a few, but I'm gonna wait because when they post their like 10 pictures of Bloodstone 1 and 9/8, I don't want people to be like, fuck those guys. That's well deserved and great spec and planning ahead. But one of the biggest news, if not the biggest news of the week, is got to be that Laura Donnelly has been reportedly cast as Elsa Bloodstone in the next upcoming werewolf show, Disney Plus show. I kind of put this picture up here because I'm hoping that they get Elsa to do the redhead, and you guys know how I feel about redheads. But what are you guys' thoughts, man? I mean, I haven't watched the show that this lady is in, but apparently it's pretty good. Some of my coworkers watch the show. I don't even know what the fuck the show's called that she's in right now. But apparently she's pretty good, I guess. I don't know. I really don't have any thought. I just love the fact that we're kind of getting the ball rolling because we've been talking about Elsa for about like a year and a half now. So I'm just happy that this
Tesla Bloodstone,
coming.
What's that?
yeah,
And you guys know that I like the redheads. So BC, what are your thoughts, man?
My thoughts are I hope your wife's not watching. But secondly, dude, I'm pumped that she's gonna be within the MCU. A book I've actually been looking for is Bloodstone issue 2 with the second appearance. I think that's a cool. I can't find it anywhere, man. But yeah, man, I'm pumped. Now, Werewolf by Night is just gonna be a Halloween special, though, right? Are these characters here to stay after that?
It's possible.
Yeah, we'll see. But I mean, for what it's worth right now, that's awesome. At least we know that she'll be within the MCU. We'll see how they handle from there on out. But I think that the Halloween special is going to be interesting, man. I'm pretty pumped for it, and I want to enjoy the summer before we get to Halloween.
Yeah,
right?
please. Holy fuck,
Right?
man. I haven't even worn sandals yet. Come on.
Right? Oh fuck! Thank God. But but yeah,
The
man.
world ain't ready.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it'll be cool if she is playing her. Hopefully we will, get Elsa Bloodstone in something, whether it's her own project or the Werewolf by Night special. People are excited about her potentially coming down the road, so hopefully it pans out. We'll see.
But do you guys feel like she's got the Bloodstone look? Or
Sure.
That's the thing that I was like, I don't know. In some of the photos I've seen her, like, I'm just like, I don't know if she's got. But then again, there's a lot of characters that didn't have that look, and they've worked out, right?
I mean, look, would we have thought that dainty Natalie Portman would have made a good Jane Foster? So, there are character transformations that could be at play here. So
no, for sure. But hold on, Jane Foster, like, dude, I'm sorry if we're gonna speak on castings. I think someone that's gonna be difficult to cast is fucking Angela. If Angela ever makes it into the MCU, like, she is sexy as hell. Like, that is.
And she literally wears nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's also not exactly modestly
do that in
clothed for Disney.
No, but what that you get what I'm saying. So when you think,
I think Ana de Armas would be great as an Angela. I think Ana de Armas would have been great as an Elsa too. But
yeah,
isn't she a bit small to play Angela though?
Okay, well, I don't judge. In the Newbieverse, we don't have heightism, so
that's kind of short.
yeah,
but
guys. Newbie 7'5".
I'm 5'9". All right, I'm 5'9". But hype. What do you think, man? Is that your only concern? Is just the casting, or?
No, dude. I didn't really have I at this point I'm somewhat indifferent, only because, like you, Newbie, I don't really know much about this actor's background per se.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking a wait and see approach, like I have with most of these other projects. And I mean, I know that she's gonna be possibly inserted into that Werewolf by Night special, but even though that's only like a one-shot special, I would assume, just the way with Marvel is doing, Moon Knight, and they're going to be the kind of, venturing into that horror realm. I would think that one episode special should lead into other things. So it's not really going to be a one and done. Like to bring in a character like Elsa Bloodstone, clearly, there are bigger plans for her. But again, I'm not really saying anything breaking news wise in that sense. So yeah.
Yeah, and I hope so as well, that like these characters are here to stay, especially with the Werewolf by Night, dude. Like, I just hear Halloween special, and it's like, okay, but what's after that? You know what I mean? Like, I hope I don't have to wait till next Halloween to see something happen.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I would think that at some point they're gonna have to start melding, because like right now we know that Feige has been saying how these shows are gonna be integrated into movies. So far, the only show that seems to be close to getting that integration is WandaVision, which is gonna come up with, Doctor Strange's sequel. I would like to think that now that we're going to be getting a bit more of a regular slate, with hopefully restrictions like COVID and all that kind of not halting productions as much, we would get more integration between the Disney Plus shows and the movies, like going forward. Yeah. I would just think that May is going to be like a taste of what's to come in terms of melding the two mediums together.
Yeah, together.
I also think that this is, something that nobody's really talking about, and maybe I'm just reading too much into it because that's what we comic people do. Is I feel like it is I think it's an interesting time that this came out like right now, where we're 2 episodes left in Moon Knight, and basically, we know that they let the European audiences, see the 4 episodes before anybody else, but then they didn't let them see 5 and 6 because it ties into like Doctor Strange and other projects. So then Doctor Strange movie, I just thought that maybe this was more than a coincidence. What are your thoughts on that?
Go ahead, guys.
Sorry, I think I actually pulled a newbie on that one because I was off in a different dimension for a second.
Yeah,
my bad.
I'm just trying to think, man. It's hard. Honestly, it's hard to say. They could. I could definitely see them doing a couple cameos in the last couple episodes or something like that. But who it'll be or how big, what it'll tie into, fuck, who knows? Because there's so much shit and so many different directions they go. There's ways they could tie it into Doctor Strange. There's ways they could tie into shit coming with Thor. So.
Hold on, you're talking about this?
No, he's talking about the last couple episodes of Moon Knight.
Sorry.
Tying in Moon Knight. No, what I'm saying is I find it very ironic that they announced this week. We have 2 episodes left in Moon Knight, and we have Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Into either or. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. So it's hard to say what they're going to tie it into.
So
could be more than one thing.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to break down that question. You're asking what if this will tie into a different project.
I'm saying, do you guys think that it's a coincidence that this was announced this week?
Now, because of
right now.
You're saying, do you think it'll see it in Moon Knight? Do you think you'll see anything
or in Doctor Strange? Like,
nah, I don't know, man. Moon Knight, I don't think so. Maybe Doctor Strange has so many possibilities. The fact that there's all this multiverse thing taking place, that almost anything and everything is possible. So it's you can't really rule this out, right? So
I think it happens in Moon Knight.
So the thing is,
that's what I think.
I'm having my doubts about it happening in Moon Knight only because Moon Knight finished wrapping filming a while ago, and they're just announcing that she's reportedly cast as Elsa Bloodstone. So the timing of it is a bit off. Like the thing is, those same sources, if she was cast all the way back during the Moon Knight filming, I would have assumed they would have probably broke that news much earlier. So for that reason, I'm kind of iffy.
Yeah.
What if they did? Because she obviously has ties to Blade, right? What if they did at the end of Moon Knight, the end credit is he's doing something crazy, and then just like Eternals, you just hear her, and he goes, Elsa? Because she goes, put that down, Steven, or put that down, Mark. And then one of them goes, Elsa, and then it's over. You know what I mean? Like, I could totally see that. I don't know why. Like, the more I thought about this and the fact that this came out when it did, I was like, okay, that's a possibility. But then again, I could be reading into it way more than anything. But
The only, I still think it's a bit of a stretch. Also, because Elsa doesn't have the same cachet as Blade did, whereas even like Elsa Bloodstone at this point is not really a household name for the casual, whereas Blade, you don't really like, especially with Wesley Snipes doing his thing back in in the 90s and all that. Blade appearing even without any context, people can kind of recognize, oh shit, like not appearing, sorry, his voice or whatever. People can recognize him a lot more. That's why the whole just hearing Elsa's voice, I'm not sure. Like obviously we'll catch the Easter egg, I guess, but it's just one of those things that'll go over a lot of people's head, I find.
Yeah. And I agree, man. I do see more of a Blade thing happening because, like, ever since Eternals, like you said, I do think someone pretty much nailed it on the head. I think it's RP, with the whole recruiting thing. Yeah. I can see that direction definitely taking place. Now, Elsa down the line is where I do agree something would happen. Multiverse thing, tons of possibilities. Hyper makes perfect sense as well with, the fact that this is recently announced, but hey, if Patrick Stewart already did his filming for Doctor Strange a year ago and, news broke a couple months ago, it's a possibility. True. But I don't know, man. I wouldn't say Moon Knight. If there's any chance, maybe Doctor Strange. If it's Moon Knight, Newbie, that's huge. Great prediction, but I'm just excited.
If it's Moon Knight, I owe you a Coke.
Yeah.
I don't drink pop. I haven't drank pop in like 8 years.
Only if there's rum in it, but no, not even. But yeah, man. So I hope it's Blade. I really hope it's Blade. But we have what? 2 issues? 2 issues. Jesus Christ! Always talking comics. 2 episodes.
2 comments or comics?
I was saying 2 comics, but yeah. So 2 episodes left of Moon Knight, right? So. Yep. I even looking at what's happening with Moon Knight, I still don't see how it would fit in. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. Swag, I agree with you, man. I really do. Yeah. But minus Kang. Kang was pretty big, I think.
Sorry?
Yeah, but I do agree. So that's why I'm saying that after this Doctor Strange movie, I'm hoping that we're going to see more integration between the movies and because up until this point, everything's been self-contained in terms of the shows were the shows, and there wasn't really much cross-play between the shows and the movies thus far.
Yeah. Well, listen, before we get all off the rails, because we keep talking about one character in particular, so let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Don't throw stones, people, remember.
Bloodstones. Oh, here we go.
Boom. Episode 4, 5.5 out of 10. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love Layla. There was a lot of Layla. There was a lot of Layla doing her thing. There was a lot of Layla in tight pants. If it wasn't for Layla, this would probably get a 3.5. But because of Layla, it's getting a 5.5. This was what the fuck? And I get it because people are like, well, you didn't read this series, and that's what the series is based on, and that's where they're going. That's great. You didn't convince me to read the book. I don't want to read the book. I don't care. I just don't like it, and that's okay. Am I going to watch it still? Yes. Like I said many times, if this is your character, good for you. Congratulations. You have your character. He's up there, but it's just not for me. That's all. I just am. Yeah, now we have a hippo. So, yeah. I just don't like it. And
listen,
guys, and I've already said, we're at episode 4 and I don't like it. So it's like movies. If the best part about the movie is the end credit, that says something about the movie, right? If people are like, oh, maybe you'll like what like the twist is or the end. If it's the end that I like, then clearly what does that say about the show, right? So I just don't like it so far. It's 4 episodes in. I doubt with the last 2 it's going to change my mind. I'm going to watch it. I respect it. But other than that, just not a fan of it. Gets a 5 out of 5 this week.
Damn.
Out of 10, you mean?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
No, because he said 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
No, I said 5.5.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Moment of silence.
Yeah, I think your grading is not too harsh this time, and I somewhat agree on not on the 5.5. I would give it a 7. And the only reason why I say that is because personally, I know everyone's got their own feelings based on the story and what's taking place within the series. Guys, can we agree this leaned very heavily in the Jeff Lemire run? This episode.
Yeah, it does.
I didn't really read the run, but that's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Exactly. So it leans very heavy into that. I dig where that goes. I want to see where it goes, but the only reason why I will continuously give high grades is not just story. Really, Oscar Isaac, guys, his acting has been killing it. Say what you want about the series, but fuck, man, let's acknowledge his acting is top. I'm enjoying him. Seeing him as an actor on that aspect, I think he's killing it. But with 2 episodes left, man, I feel like they have a lot to close up on, man. It's gonna be tough with 2 episodes. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I think what bothered me so far in the last 4 episodes is I've seen more Steven than Moon Knight. That's what bothers me. I haven't seen Moon Knight, the character, enough in the run so far.
I think it's 212 minutes, and there's only been 8 minutes of him in the suit.
Yeah, so it's kind of disappointing on that end. So I get it, they're giving an entire backstory, but it's quite long. After 4 episodes, Newbie, that point I will agree with you.
So for me personally, I mean, I don't think it's the best series that they've done by any means, but I still like it. I'm enjoying it. I am not the biggest Moon Knight fan, or wasn't, the biggest Moon Knight fan before the series or anything like that. But I'm still enjoying the show. It's definitely out there, so I can see, why people have some issues with it and everything like that. There's, but I like it. I'm gonna actually go ahead and check out the comics at some point. So I would rate it a little higher, but that's just my personal opinion.
But again, Newbie, not too far off. Like for once, and it sucks because like on some episodes, I wish I was on the panel with you to go and debate. But 5-5, it seems more than fair, man. 7 is where I'm gonna sit, but yeah.
Hype, where are you, man?
I'll be honest. Okay, because the thing is, I after watching this episode, I knew you were gonna grade this harshly. I was actually surprised that, looking at your grading system, that number 1 got a lower rating than number 4. I would have figured that you would have liked number 1 more than 4.
Yeah.
But besides that, okay, so here's the thing.
It's like the first time you meet somebody, you got like, you know what I mean? Like first impressions matter. It's just science. It's human nature. So yeah, it didn't grab me in the first episode. So, but like Face would say, right? Because I think Face will be like, well, you didn't like WandaVision either. No, but we also got 2 episodes in that, and we did get a little bit more. If you actually go back into WandaVision, right, we did get a little bit more, and it actually did speed up a bit more. We also had more episodes. So yeah, but it just didn't really grab it. Like it didn't grab me the first one. So yeah.
But I do want to point out example, like Dan is commenting saying, because Moon Knight is not a household name, the MCU is laying the groundwork for the character. And yeah, for sure. I just find it to be very long. The groundwork has been long so far. It's great. Don't get me wrong. There's great storytelling taking place here, but I just feel like we've gotten so much groundwork, and there's a lot of back and forth things that I feel like we could have done without when it comes to the episodes. So, again, the lack of Moon Knight himself so far within the series, 4 episodes in, I'm hoping, episode 5 and 6 is going to bring more. But, with Khonshu now being, captured and all that stuff, like it's just, I don't know. They have a lot to tie in within just 2 more episodes. So I really hope they blow us away with the next 2.
Well, all right. So
hold on. Hype hasn't given his rating.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Let me speak, damn it.
Exactly.
All right. So listen. So here's the thing. Like Face mentioned, I'm not the biggest Moon Knight fan. Not because I didn't care for the character. It's just that it wasn't a character I never really read up on as much as other Marvel characters. So probably I'm going into this with a bit of an advantage because I guess I didn't have, as much of an expectation as say someone like Moonlit Comics, who is like a very big Moon Knight fan, going and expecting a lot of Moon Knight, and like BC mentioned, we didn't get a lot of Moon Knight. So in a way, it's almost like a tale of two cities with the show. Like as a show itself, I thoroughly have been enjoying it. It has me engaged from episode 1 to 4. I will admit, when that scene when he got shot, and then we got to the psych ward. Again, this is probably because I haven't read the Lemire run, so maybe that's why I was out of the loop. But when I saw him in the psych ward, I'm like, please don't tell me they're gonna do like a cop out where the last 3 episodes have been like all in his head. And then we come to find out as that scene progresses that there's a bit more to it than him just being in a psych ward. Like there could be some mind games going on. So I do like the interplay between the characters so far, between the 4, and I do agree. I think the casting of the character to play, Mark and Steven was very important. So the fact that Oscar Isaac has been able to kind of switch between both seamlessly, definitely helped the show tremendously.
Yep.
Having said that, if I was if I was someone who was really into Moon Knight and was expecting a bit more Moon Knight, I could see this show being a bit disappointing on that end, because it's almost like, let's just say for the sake of argument, this was a Spider-Man show, and then you saw a lot of Peter Parker, but when you saw him putting on the suit for like 2 minutes, I would be just as, or any other character for that matter. So I would be just as upset. So
Hype, it's actually fascinating that you say that, because that just kind of like threw a light bulb in me. What was the biggest thing about Moon Knight before the show started in the trailer, right? What was the biggest thing? Everybody was saying, how are they going to do the suit? How are they going to do the suit? How are they going to do the suit? What are they going to do for the suit? How is he going to look? Oh, he looks like Sub-Zero. Oh, he looks like this. How are they going to do the suit? How is the fighting going to do? It looks crazy. He looks like so twisted, and it's going to be violent. But none of that's really happened, right? Like more people were hyped about him being in the suit and the action, and we haven't had that, right?
No, dude, you're right, 100% on that aspect. That's what I was saying. Is like it's just we've gotten more Steven. Swag said the same thing. More Steven, Mark. We see him more without the suit than anything. The storytelling has been great. I will say that the storytelling, there's a lot, and like Dan was saying, they're laying down the groundwork for him. There's been quite a bit of it, but I kind of feel like we could have gotten episode 4 by episode 3. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's dragging out. We could have done with so much extra that's been thrown in along the episodes. I feel like we're 1 episode over by now. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, 5 and 6 better bring the heat now, because we get it.
I just don't know why people just aren't okay with people not liking things. Like I know tons of people that don't like Eternals. I loved Eternals. I thought there was a lot of groundwork and foundation they built there, and everybody seems to just bypass and say it was boring. I don't throw rocks or be like, oh, you're you guys are all entitled to your opinion. I just don't like
that's just we do that for fun, man.
Oh no, 100%. There's other people though, as what I'm saying is, people like, yo, this is for fun, relax. Just
first off, I didn't even know that you loved Eternals. I actually thought that you were on the camp that
I did. No, I liked Eternals. I thought there was a lot of things there. Like I've gone back to watch it because I'm like, okay, wait, does this connect to this? Does this connect to this?
You're lying, man. It was totally the sex scene. I know you.
but here's the thing about this show, though. I feel that I think this is a show that if it didn't have the whole Moon Knight thing attached to it, like let's just say this was called something else, I probably would still enjoy this show.
Yes.
Yeah. So like that's why. Like as a grade, I would give it like almost like around BC's level, like 7, maybe even 7.5 for this episode.
Whoa.
It's just that, like I said, and the thing is, I think even going into the show, what's that?
I think 7.5 is a little high, but okay.
Well, no, but here's the thing though, because I guess because going in, I already knew that Disney even said that this was going to be more of a character study more than any other Marvel show. So I kind of knew that they're going to be playing more into the dichotomy between the dissociative, personalities more so than the action scenes. Even though we have been getting some action scenes, not so much with Moon Knight, but just with Mark himself. I was looking more for and the thing is, I think that's why I said this show probably would have fallen flat on its face if the acting was terrible on top of the lack of Moon Knight. I find that at least the casting so far is salvaging the show from being a complete waste of time.
Yeah, no, exactly, 100%, dude. He has been killing it. Like, I'll be honest, I've watched minimal Oscar Isaac stuff, but with Moon Knight,
Apocalypse, you didn't see him in Apocalypse?
Sorry,
you didn't see him as Apocalypse?
What are you talking about?
He played Apocalypse.
Yeah, that doesn't. No, I agree with BC. That doesn't exist.
Like, did I miss something? Like,
okay, you guys are playing that game. Okay, all right. Sorry.
No, but just putting it out there. Like I said, his acting has been incredible. I actually had no idea he's also in Spider-Man, the Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, he plays Spider-Man 2099.
Dude, I had no idea he's gonna be Miguel O'Hara. I'm so excited to hear that. But yeah, man, it's just the acting is incredible. The story is just dragging.
I do want to highlight this before we kind of just close out this little segment here. But Swag is saying, I'm confused on the timeline with Eternals. Like, shouldn't everyone in the Moon Knight be losing their minds? They should, right? Like,
nah, he went away. They're not worried.
But doesn't it take place? Like,
maybe they pulled a Men in Black. No, it's dude. It does make sense. I'm not too sure what the timeline is with Moon Knight. Maybe it is prior. We don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't heard anything timeline wise.
Remember, I'm pretty sure Hawkeye takes place like in the future, right? Because remember they had said something about Hawkeye where it was like more in the future. I think it was like 5 years in the future. Like before something, I don't know, I can't remember exactly, but like during the show, that's what they had said. So right now, I guess the timeline's like a little up in the air, I guess, but we'll see. 7.5, hype? That's crazy. Face,
dude,
sorry,
like
really
I said,
quickly, what did you give it? What, like, out of a rating, what number would you give it?
Yeah, I was probably with BC about 7.
Yo, I had absolutely no idea. So Oscar Isaac did play Apocalypse. I didn't even know that was him.
Wait, seriously? Oh, you legit didn't know that?
I swear to God, I didn't know.
Oh, I thought you were ignorant. I thought you were willingly being ignorant.
No, I'm dead serious. I had no idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah, thanks for clearing up. Yeah. All right, gang. I got some big news. But before I give you the big news,
thank God we reminded you.
Yeah, thank God. What's it called? Ivan News.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. RP. Oh, never mind. I'm not.
No. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say when Ivan Ooze cracks out of the egg, it's still my favorite scene from the Power Rangers movie.
I'm just getting it, so just give me 1 sec, guys. 1 sec. Dun.
Way to be prepared.
Okay, so my big news, guys, is hold on, Jesus, damn Mac.
I'm gonna be an uncle.
All right, you got no man. Stop with that.
Come on,
stop with that. Okay, so if you guys don't know, this is happening, and I want you guys to be the first ones to hear it if you haven't already. But big news, so make sure you guys get your popcorn ready. You guys ready?
This is like a 30-second YouTube ad in and of itself.
No, it's not a fucking YouTube ad. All right,
get to the goddamn announcement.
What is up, everybody? David Brewer here. I'm the writer of comics like Kanto and Killer Queens and Firefly and Joe Hill's Reign. I'm coming to join the Comic Kingpins next week. Surprise, surprise. Hopefully it goes well. I hear those guys are kind of so we'll see. Just
right about that.
I am here to tell you to go support your local library. I grew up at my local library.
That's what I'm talking about.
spent almost all of my time there as a tween and a teen, and I want to encourage everybody to go out there, get your library card, go take advantage of all the resources they have, go check out some books, some comics, some movies, some video games. They have everything you could possibly imagine. So until next week, support your local library.
I love that.
And that's the truth with some cheese on it.
Yo, okay. newbie, thank you. But yes, guys, he's joining us tomorrow. Just to clarify, it's not next week.
Yeah.
Last week, but yes, man, we're gonna be joined, dude. I'm so excited that Boer is actually gonna be, sitting down with us. Hype is super excited. Hype put me on this right here. But
First print.
yeah, first print. I'm super excited. It's gonna be a great time tomorrow. So guys, if you are looking for something to do on a Monday night, 7 p.m., head over to Comic Kingpin's channel. We're going to be hanging with Boer himself and talking Kanto and many other series as well. Like Rain. Rain is passing FOC tomorrow, and it's the final issue. But yeah, man, it's going to be a good time.
So tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern on their channel. Make sure you guys go tune in. Tuesday, 9:35 p.m. Eastern time. Mr. Rocksteady is going to be joining the house. We're going to be talking about 10 books that are sleeping keys, and you might want to, go remind yourself and go remind your wallet, go remind your mind of these keys, because they're kind of forgotten right now, but they should heat up pretty soon. So that's going to be Tuesday's show at 9:35 p.m. Eastern time. As always, I want to thank everybody in the chat. We had about 58 at the most, but it's always about the fun times, the laughs. I want to thank the 3 Comic Kingpins for joining us. Any last words, gentlemen?
Well, normally we let Hyper sign us out with the Comic Kingpins in the local library, but guys, we learned today that Newbie always misses the D.
What?
Peace.
I must have missed that.